Hey Canucks fans, hope you are well on this Thursday afternoon. We are in between game days. The Vancouver Canucks defeated the Calgary Flames 3-1 in Abbotsford last night, and they are preparing to host the Seattle Kraken at Rogers Arena on Friday night, tomorrow night. So let's get into what practice looked like and a couple storylines stemming from last night's game. So this is how the Canucks first group, I would say first group, the playing group, lined up today at practice. You had our first line of Pettersson between Besser and DeBrusk, no surprise there. Our second line, check this out, of the two young guns, Braden Coots and Jonathan Lekkerimäki, with wily veteran Evander Kane. Yes, Coots getting a really good opportunity to play between Kane and Lekkerimäki. Our third line of Teddy Bluger between Kravtsov and Sherwood. So that will be interesting. A bit of skill, a bit of grit there. And our fourth line of Ratu between the huge Arliksson and McEachran. So fourth line, Ratu, Arliksson, and McEachran. So there's your forward lines, your deep pairings, Hughes and Hronik, then Kudratsev with P.O. Joseph, and then DPD with Tom Willander. Yes, Willander, the only one of this group, I think, actually maybe McEachran, Ratu, actually now that I think about it, some of these guys did play. I was going to start to say, oh, he's the only one. No, a lot of the, not a lot, a few of these guys did play yesterday, and they'll get another look tomorrow. So again, Hughes, Hronik, Kudratsev, Joseph, and then DPD with Tom Willander. And your goalies are Nikita Tolopilo, who did play yesterday, and Ty Young, who played not yesterday. It was Demko and Tolopilo yesterday. So a couple notice things about this lineup, and then guys that weren't in it. Well, the guys that aren't in it are mostly, but not all, some of the veterans that played yesterday. Philip Hedl is one of them. He was not part of this group. Then you had Marcus Pettersson and Tyler Myers, who held down the fort defensively yesterday. They are not in this lineup as well as Victor Mancini. So what's interesting is Hughes, Hronik, DPD, and Willander is also playing, it looks like, for a second consecutive game, because he did play last night, played quite well, actually. And then you have P.O. Joseph, who's battling for one of those 6, 7, 8 spots. And then Derek Forbort actually didn't play yesterday, and he's not in this lineup either, so I'm not sure what is up with him. Hopefully it's nothing too crazy. When you look at the forwards, we know that the top line, and we saw this from day one of training camp, is going to be EP40 between Besser and DeBrusk. And this second line now with Hedl that played yesterday, who's going to be our de facto second line center, is Braden Coots. The youngster who's been impressed. He's going to get a chance to play with two pretty skilled guys in Kane and Lekkerimäki. So I'm really interested to see how that turns out. And then the bottom six, Bluger, Sherwood, Kravtsov, Ratu, Arliksson, and McEachran. Now, this is from J-Pat. J-Pat is funny. I'm sure he was answering responses or anticipating responses, and he says this. He says, "No freakouts, please. Club insists maintenance day only for veterans Demko and Myers after playing last night." So I guess they weren't even in the second group either. And then Lankinen getting the day off after his wife gave birth yesterday. So we knew that Kevin Lankinen from the preseason media availability, we knew that Lankinen was expecting a child pretty soon. I think it was actually Demko who was the one who said it. So that's pretty cool. Congratulations to him and his wife on the birth of their child. And then yes, Tyler Myers did play yesterday. So a maintenance day would make sense. Like, why push a veteran, like older guy like him? Maybe they're doing a Forbort now as well. I don't know. And Demko, I saw some people concerned that he wasn't on the bench for the third period. Well, he's supposed to be backing up Tolopilo. I'm sure he was available, so if he had to get into the game, he would. But Demko talked after the game, and he seemed fine. He seemed in good spirits, and he made no mention. So I'm not going to be all scared, be all worried, sound the fire alarm that Demko was hurt because he didn't practice today, or because he didn't sit on the bench at the end of yesterday's game. That's just a story that we don't have to perpetuate as of right now. But one story that is real, and here is injury to Nils Hoglander. He got hurt in the second period in last night's game. Then he was seen leaving Abbotsford Center in a walking boot. And today, assistant coach Scott Young, as relayed by Jeff Patterson, says no update on Hoglander today. He's getting further medical evaluation after leaving last night's game. So that's probably the only bad news that came out of last night's game. Last night had good showings from Demko, from Tolopilo, from Willander, from Mancini, from Philip Hedl. So there are a lot of good stories from last night's game, but I guess the one that is the most concerning is the potential injury to Nils Hoglander. And I think you also have to talk about, if Hoglander's out, maybe we should kind of wait till till we hear more, so not to speculate too much. But that does open up a roster spot. He was probably penciled in for a top 9 spot, so that will give an opportunity. If someone bumps up, for instance, that will give one of these guys battling for a 12th, 13th spot even a better shot at making the team. So we will talk about that as we learn more about his health. Also, Connor Garland was supposed to play. Was supposed to make the traveling group to Seattle for the game on Monday night. He did not. And then he actually did join the second group today. So that means he's not going to play tomorrow, but at least he is skating in the second group. So basically anyone that's not playing tomorrow in the first group should be in the second group, but apparently I guess Demko wasn't and Myers wasn't, but those are scheduled maintenance days. And then of course, Nils Hoglander isn't as well. Also Ty Mueller in a non-contact jersey, part of the second group as well. And all these tweets, all this info, all this intel is courtesy of Jeff Patterson. So there we go, Canucks fans. You can tell we're getting closer to the season because we actually have line combinations to talk about. We have deep pairings to talk about. And unfortunately, we already have injuries to talk about. But lots to talk about. Tonight, I don't have a show. I have plans tonight. I won't get back in time to do a show, but I am moving tonight's show or a show that I would have done tonight to tomorrow night. So I will do one more stream before I leave on my trip to Europe for a week and a half. So join me tomorrow night at 11 p.m. It will serve as a de facto post-game live stream as well after the Canucks host the Seattle Kraken Friday night at Rogers Arena. And by the way, if you're looking for Canucks tickets, I don't have any for exhibition or home opener, but I still have tickets for all the rest of the games for the regular season, or at least most of them. You can email me, canuckclay@gmail.com. I want to give a shout out to my sponsors, Van Seat Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. Thank you for your support. Thanks to all of you, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovelander, legendary Brian Blingy Choi, legendary Andrew Chang, and to Hall of Fame members, thank you, and franchise members, thanks for your support as well. We had a great members live stream last night, and thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On your way out, you can like the video, you can subscribe so you're geared up for the season, and you can leave a donation. That always helps me out. But most importantly, just give me a gut check in the comments right now. How are you feeling after last night's win? How are you feeling about this potential Nils Hoglander injury? How are you feeling about every other element of this team? Whether it's a line combo, a D pairing, Braden Coots, Adam Foote's coaching philosophy, whatever it may be, leave in the comments below. And I'll give you one other direction. Maybe at this point on Thursday, September the 25th, you can tell me what's one thing or one player that you're excited about right now, and what's one thing or one player that you're concerned about right now on September 25th. Hope to see you tomorrow night, 11 p.m. for my next live show. Stay safe, stay healthy, take care of yourselves, and take care of each other. God bless, and go Canucks go.